Hello, I'm Paul Dennett, the newly re-elected City Mayor for Salford. It's been the honour and privilege of my life to serve this city for the past 5 years. And I'm aware of the great responsibility I have to the people of this city in this next term of office. 59% of the city's electorate voted for me on the first round. This is a significant mandate from the voting public of our city. But I'm also well aware that there are many in this city who did not vote for me. And I would also like to address this speech to you. I promise to be a mayor who works for all of our city's residents, whether you voted for me or not. I will continue to work to make every corner of our city a better, fairer and safer place for people to live and work. At this election, I stood on my track record of delivering on the priorities from my first election in 2016. And despite 10 years of brutal government cuts, I will continue to fight to protect services in our city, many of which have been lost elsewhere. Salford's budget has been cut by over 50% in 10 years, leaving 220 million less to spend on services and jobs for Salford people each and every year. As most other areas of the country have lost their libraries, in Salford we have opened new ones. When government cut funding for council nurseries, many areas shut theirs down. And after a heroic campaign with residents and trade unions in our city, we have managed to keep ours open. And when Salford Royal shut their maternity unit, Salford have managed to replace it with a new birthing unit at Ingleside. And along with the mayoral team and my fellow Labour councillors, we have battled to protect services for our most vulnerable residents, despite relentless government cuts and austerity measures. But we have also invested in our city. Consecutive generations of Labour council leaders have overseen a huge programme of capital spending in Salford, investing in economic growth, infrastructure, and the new industries of tomorrow. We made Media City possible, now the biggest home for digital and tech industries outside of the City of London. We are investing in the future of logistics and manufacturing at Port Salford, reopening the Manchester to Liverpool ship canal to freight. We're also investing in our arts and creative sectors too. Hundreds of new businesses have come to our city over the past few years, and we've created huge numbers of new jobs. Another 40,000 jobs are expected to be created in Salford by 2040. Whereas many other areas of the post-industrial north are struggling, Salford is growing and coping in some of the harshest economic circumstances any of us have known in our lifetimes. We are building council houses again, something most people told us was impossible. We are insourcing services, putting people before profit. And we're going to restore Buell Hill Mansion and set up a heritage commission to help find money for other buildings across our great city. We have all lived through a pandemic, the likes of which we have never seen before, and witnessed the devastating effects this has had on so many people and loved ones. How the government will begin to claw back the enormous debt and deficit accrued as a consequence of the nation's response to the pandemic remains to be seen. But we know already that local government is not one of those areas earmarked to be protected by Westminster and Whitehall. And if national government continues to pursue an agenda of austerity and local government cuts, this will have severe consequences for our city. But I will continually set out the case for Salford and lobby government for a fair funding settlement, which both protects our most vulnerable residents whilst also delivering on our bold, ambitious and progressive agenda for our city. So the hard work carries on, juggling declining budgets and austerity with delivering real tangible change for the people of our city. The Salford Way will be our city's plan for an economy that benefits all our residents and not just a small few. It's a plan that sees cooperatives, community groups, social enterprise, independent local businesses and skilled industries at the heart of our city's growth. I want our children to seize the opportunities that our city has to offer, and this means investing in their future, starting with educational attainment and developing Salford as a learning city. The green agenda and tackling the climate emergency will be at the forefront of everything that we do as a council. And I will continue to listen to you and work with you to make our city a great place to live, work, visit and play. And I know that keeping the streets clean and repairing our road networks is just as important as the big projects in the city. The work starts now and I can't wait. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity to continue to serve and represent you and our great city of Salford.